beautiful day in paradise here. Got it going. Yep. Let's see if I can turn the camera. Y'all nice view for today's topic of RV safety, exit drills in the RV. Look at that beautiful view here, the entrance of Thousand Trails in beautiful Lake Hills, Texas. And there's the little red barn. And here's Lily. What's up, Lily? How you doing? Let's walk back to the house so we can show them the exit drills in the home. And here's the Spettle house over here that they moved from Spettle Cove in 1912 before they flooded Medina Lake. It's a historical landmark. Big oak tree. So there's the propane tank that heats the hot tub. There's the laundry room, pool, basketball court. Sorry about no gimbal. Look at there, we even got Wi-Fi up here now. And there's the red old-fashioned drive-through barn. I think that was part of the Spettle homestead. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's another beautiful day in paradise. Look how beautiful the skies are. Got a little wind, low humidity. So we got fire danger today. We're at about 20% humidity right now. So if something gets started, it's gonna go. It's gonna go big. Well, exit drills in the home are pretty much like exit drills in your RV. You need to learn them backwards and forwards, standing up, crawling, and all that good stuff. With your eyes closed, blindfolded, as my old buddy Doc used to say. It's important if you're in a fifth wheel that you don't sit up in bed if the smoke alarm goes off. Train yourself to roll out of the bed. Because if you sit up, out, breathe in some air that's over 212 degrees and burn your lungs. So practice rolling out, not sitting up when you hear the alarm go off. Look how beautiful it is. So we're going up here, up the hill. You can always follow the power lines if you ever get lost, especially in the hill country. The more power lines on top, the closer to civilization you get. And if there's a cable on bottom for the phones, well, you for sure know you're close to civilization. There's internet about A53. Let me turn it off in my settings. Yeah, at least Lily's having a good time. Next thing is propane safety. You always want to have your propane turned off while you're traveling. And the reason being is, if you're getting any kind of accident, Even though we have floats in the propane tanks now, propane tanks are awful thin. Some of the hoses are awful thin too. Here we are. Now see, if you're in bed, for your general safety, see I got a Suburban here, 2001 model. Thanks, Bruce. With a key fob. So if you get in a bind and you're inside, always keep your key fob by you and press your emergency button. See, like that. And that way everybody will know that something's wrong and come knock on your door, check and see if you're all right. Now here's the propane tanks for my particular rig. And as you can see, down here on the bottom, let me get on the bottom here. See, that's the propane line. You see how it can rub against that metal right here? And rub a hole in it. See how it's hanging down? You can snag it. And if you look up underneath the rig, you'll see all the propane at the bottom, because propane sinks to the ground. That brings up the propane detector. We'll go inside and look at the detectors. Come on, let's go inside. This particular model, it has a fitting right there. It's a copper line on a quick connect with a ball valve to shut it off. So if your tire was, because the tire's right there, see, if your tire was to blow, theoretically you could tear that up. It could have enough back pressure to where your propane would still leak out enough to get you started. And then when it goes big. Doesn't take long, ask any fireman. Okay, now we're going to go inside, show you the safety features. That there is a propane detector. You can get bugs in there, you can get all kinds of stuff in there. It won't work. But to test it, all you have to do is push the test button and hold it. See how it's testing? And the instructions are on it. So it's a no-brainer to figure the instructions out, but that's why it's so low to the ground. First thing to go to sleep when your body goes to sleep is your sense of smell. So always remember to check your propane lines, connections, and then make sure your alarm is working correctly. It should be wired to the 12-volt system. So if you have a battery or your inverter, you have to make sure it's working. You can't just depend on it. Also, there's a small piece of radiation inside of them to where they only last for 10 years. It's the same way with the ionization smoke alarm, which I'm fixing to show you now. This is a combination smoke alarm and CO2 detector. And you notice it's not very far away from my kitchen with the vent hood that goes to the outside. And there's the propane. Also, you have a flame that's in your ice box. So turn it off when you travel and bleed your propane by turning the tanks off and then opening a valve on the outside, or what I do is I just open the top burner, and of course with the door open with plenty of ventilation, so that way your propane will get out. So you want all your systems completely dry when you transport. And I know what RVers are going to say. They're going to say, oh, well, my food will get spoiled. No, it won't. There's been studies that show that Dometic refrigerators will keep food cold for a long time. Not to mention, you can keep ice in them. Dry ice, whatever. It works fine. All right. The next thing, we have the exit drills in the home. So as you notice, your primary entrance and exit is where you go in and out all the time. All right. And when you're lying in your bed, most all your RVs on the driver's side are going to have another exit. So this is important to know. You see my head's right there. I roll out on the floor, and I usually keep my fire extinguisher right here, but it's being serviced right now. I keep it next to my bed so that way I can extinguish small fire if I have to get out the door, which is the easiest and safest. Maybe even be able to put it out. And then this one, as you can see, you have the two red latches. They don't really hold anything. They're held on with rivets. So you can definitely put your foot to it and knock it out, or use your fire extinguisher and knock it out. But the best thing to do is open it up and practice getting out of it. It's not very far to go on the other side. RV 23 foot inside. And of course your other windows, there also could be escape windows, but it'll take you a lot longer to get out of those. Alright, so we covered exit drills in the home. Don't sit up in bed, roll out, crawl low and go. And of course, if you have to use your escape window from your bed, open your window and put your blanket out the window. So that way you got something soft to lay on when you land, and if it's cold, you have something to wrap up in. All right, let's see what else we have here. All right, and see, here's a fire extinguisher that comes with most RVs. And the trouble is that they haul them like this all the time, up and down, up and down. So what happens is when you're going down the highway, the powder packs tight in the bottom. So every now and then, you have to take it and shake it. You have to shake it up. See? So that way, if you can feel the powder moving in it, it's good. And of course, you have various ways to tell if it's still good. On this particular one, it's a green in the top there. I don't know if y'all can see it. But anyway, to use your fire extinguisher, you pull the pin, and then you aim the extinguisher at the base of your fire, and then you squeeze. This particular one, you're going to squeeze on the top where my thumb is right now. Squeeze on the top, pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. That's pass. And you want to sweep it rapidly. You want to sweep it real rapidly at the base of the fire to try to get good coverage. And that's a basic fire extinguisher usage, and of course the instructions are on the side. But studies have shown that people panic and they'll squeeze the handles together because they forget to pull the pin. So practice with old extinguishers, or your local fire department sometimes has classes, and you can enroll in it. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, we all know how these work, you know. And you got your test button. You have to replace every 10 years. And this particular one is a Kidda. And I write the date that I put on it on the other side of the plate. Here it is, right here. There you go. See, I installed this July 2027, and it has to be replaced because that's the year, and it was manufactured 10 years before that. They're only good for 10 years. It sits on the shelf for 9 years. You got 1 year use out of it. All right, so you always want to make sure that's good. All right, is there any questions out there? I see I have nobody watching, but that's okay. We know God's watching. Well, anyway, it'll do it for today's stream. Y'all have a good one.